We're going to do a live session on YouTube. Good afternoon, everyone on YouTube, passerby. Let's tweet this out, let everybody know we're here. I'm Bag of Don, a stock market caddy. We thought we'd give you a spot view. And let's take a look at the time. We're expecting a rally into the close. We'll see how we do. It's Wednesday, August 31st at about 3:15. And we have been trading the strategy much of the day. It had lost 789. We're profitable, and now we're going to just override the strategy. We think the selling momentum has finally dissipated here. Pretty strong here earlier at midday. Gave it another test, little divergence. Now we think we rally. We will stay long into the close and then book hopefully another profitable day. Make sure that make sure if you're following us that you push the notification button, because we will occasionally do these free spot views. We've been doing them more often here during the doldrums of the summer months. During the winter months, we probably just won't have the time. We'll just be too busy, but so we won't do as many. We'll do some. And if we have your email address, we'll send it by private email. We're not doing this, though, to hand out the fish, right? We're not doing that. You are on delay on YouTube, but we are doing this to show you what is possible. And but while everyone else was kind of panicking and whatever, we were getting long and expressing that long in a whole bunch of different ways. Long futures contracts, both mini and micros, put credit spreads, and some call trades. We're long into this. We're not going into the next 2 days on the short side of this market. And we're picking up on divergence on the VIX, as our members are too. We're also picking up on significant divergence on a daily basis on skew, and it's telling us that this move down may have been some sort of bear trap. And over the next week or two, we're going into contract roll. The volume's going to be light. We're going into a holiday weekend, and we're thinking bear trap. I'm not saying that we're not going to go lower down the road, but we're playing right here, right now. So I could close this trade. I could and have a nice day, but we're gonna stay with this. And the strategy has it. If you see some shorts go in there, though, I'm probably gonna just wave them off. And you can choose. When you have a strategy running, you can cherry pick the strategy. That's okay to do. So we'll see how we turn out here. Let's go take a look at the forward tees, and you can see the ES 14 minutes ago long at 39.68. Right, we're all waiting for that. How about the NQ long at 12.317? Now we tweeted it out. By the time I tweeted it out, it was already trading at 15 points higher. 14 minutes, $800. 14 minutes, right? 14. Notice 14 minutes, 14 minutes, 14 minutes, 15 minutes. So much for free markets. Right? But they're all moving together. They always do. Let's scroll down. We got some stocks in here. We don't. We have option trades, long Apple at around 160, long Nvidia, long GLD, long FedEx, short Baidu, short Pinduoduo. Let's see what else we got. I think long Amgen, all using options, proportionate. I hope you get a chance if you go on a YouTube stream. Jim Iorio is one of the good folks. We first became aware of Jim at on CNBC, but he's got his own Twitter handle we like to follow. Interesting cat and enjoyable. And he was asking, who are you listening to when it comes to gold, platinum, copper, and silver? And so we made a video. One of the reasons why we built what we did is we don't want to listen to really anybody. I mean, I like listening to Jem and for a whole host of reasons, entertaining and educational. But when it comes to actually buying and selling of anything, we'd prefer not to listen to anybody. I don't even want Susan listening to me. I'd rather Susan make her own dispassionate, objective, and consistent decision to go either long or short, whatever it is. And so that's how we came about building the tools that we did to and to make those tools available for individuals to play their own game. But you can see we utilized Swing Machine to show Jim how it's positioned on those four markets. Pretty interesting. Now we're going to let this, it very well may pull back here. It would be normal here. We're going to let it pull back. We're not going to come out of it. We're not going to short it here. We see the momentum building, and so we're going to try to be more patient here. This is the same strategy that we ran yesterday, and of course we missed that big one for about $5,000. But when it was all said and done, we did pick up about, I think it was about $1,200. It was a full day. We ran it into the evening. And so this has been running much of the day. Hasn't done great on its own, but it's kept us very close to par. And so we're going to see if we can help it and try to get into the house with a nice profit. This particular strategy, we could tighten it down. We could use some tighter profit targets, and probably should. And maybe we will do that in the next couple of days. But we've just been running it as a very simple little program to have in the background. So hope you're doing well. If you have any questions about who we are, who we are not, what Stock Market Caddy is, want us to plug anything in, any kind of market, stock, interval, just let us know the interval, let us know the symbol, and we're happy to showcase some of the tools that we'll use. We'll see how we do. Hope you had a good day today. Okay, so we're getting a signal to short. You can see it there, and I got an alert on it. I'm going to ignore that order. We're just gonna ride it. We're gonna ignore it. And like anything else, when you just like playing golf, you can have well, although you can't bring the swing aids out onto the golf course, at least you're not supposed to. But here, you can have the swing aids while you're trading. And after a few days, it should hopefully a program or the tools make you a better trader. If I wave up any more $5,000 trades, I may have to think twice about doing it the next time, right? So hopefully make me a little better, but we're okay. I mean, I'm well off of the high. We had a high on this position of 1545. Yep, could have taken it, right? But we don't get caught up in that. I am casually aware, and I got, the evening if I had to, we're down 789.80 for the day, right? So I don't want to add to that. I certainly don't. So if this thing runs down and collapses and we have to break even on it, then that's what we'll do. For me, being down 1,000 in a day is is I don't like it, but it's not. It's acceptable. It's a comfortable threshold because I can make that back in a very short period of time. So, but I don't want to. I don't want things ever to get out of hand. And so we're only down 789. I'm thinking that the downside momentum is waning, has waned. I can see that on the GPS distant indicator down below. And I'm thinking that this is just a normal pullback. I'm looking at the radar. I can see that 23 minutes ago, the 1 minute NQ went long at 12,317. We're at 327. So I'd like to see that 1 minute hold. The NQ is long. It's underwater a little. The 5 minute is what's weighing on this market, the 5 minute. But if I can catch a rally here and enough to turn that 5 minute, this trade could pay. This could pay $2, $3 more $1,000 here. And we got plenty of time. Well, it's 326. We have plenty of time, but I wish we had maybe at least 45 minutes or so. So we got about 30. Always do if we go to 315, but we'll see. And if we end up just breaking even, that's fine. Maybe I trade tonight, maybe I don't. That's all right. So, but if you have any questions on what you're doing or any markets or anything to do with around the markets, happy to offer a perspective and not saying it's right, wrong. It's a very, very unique game. So let's go take a look at, while we're here, let's take a look at Swing Machine, right? Let's go look at the S&P cash. We're at 39.71. Where are we on the fear and greed? We're down in here. I do not want to be initiating a short down in here. No, I don't. And the VIX daily, and now we just got a buy signal here. I just got alerted. There it is, right? So we're already long, so we're not going to buy another one. So we're good. But notice here on the VIX, see the VIX? We should be in euphoria. We're not. We're here. That's divergence. That's telling me that this move is probably done. So not only do I not want to be initiating shorts, anything that I am short, I want to ring the cash register, and I want to set myself up for a bounce where the market's bounced back up, maybe as high as 41.50, and the VIX comes in. I think that'd be, a reasonable setup. So we'll see. Now I'm going to drop the VIX to a 5-minute so we can see intraday. What do we see here? At 310, the VIX really started coming in. That means that very likely that we could see a rally. We'll see. We'll see if that plays out. It doesn't get them all, right? And we got a kaleidoscope right now. So it's everybody's jockeying for the end of the day here. Pretty difficult to get a trend, fully established here with less than 30 minutes to go. So let's come back to where we are. We won't use Swing Machine on all that for right now. We know where we are on the daily. And so today we did more. We weren't putting on short, I don't want to say short options. We're selling options, but we weren't putting on bearish options. We're putting on bullish options for a trade. So let's see if we're going to get this. 332. Now, what you can't see is when this strategy, I put this strategy into semi-automation, meaning the trades aren't going in lickety split. They're giving me a pop-up, and I can either ignore the trade, confirm the trade. So I have a helper. I have an assistant. Makes it a lot less stressful. A lot less stressful. See, this appears to me, we'll see, this appears to me to be a bullish wedge, right? So why is that, Bagger? Well, let's just take a look at this, right? We have a support here, left shoulder, right shoulder, a little bit. Now this is intraday. This is on a tick chart, right? So it's not like we're, mapping out a daily thing here, but this was A to B, a little pullback and an extension, but we have this going on, right? So I'm seeing this just as a pullback, and I think we're going to do that, right? So I have wood in the trade. I'm down for the day, but that's okay, right? And if we can get a run, and we get run back up to this, I'll be good. Almost $1,500. And then if we can break through that, then I got a big fat one. I get a big fat tuna. Got to get it in the boat. But we'll see. I'm not going to lose any money on this trade. It's my goal, right? And if I have any qualms about what I'm going to do, I can load that stop in on the computer, put a break-even stop, guarantee me that, that I may at least make $5, $5 or $10, cover the cost of the trade. You cannot begin to beat yourself up. You don't have enough time to pat yourself on the back. Nobody cares anyways. You don't have enough time to, if you make money, um, and you don't have time to beat yourself up. You can't get caught up in this, the mental gyrations, the mental gymnastics about, oh, wow, I was up 1545. Oh, now I'm only up 600. If only I had done that. Oh, you can't do any of that. You'll be a wet noodle. you know, you'll have to consume, kegs of beer. You'll have to smoke weed. You'll have to take, meds. It would drive you crazy. We can't, it's true. We can't get the very top. We can't get the very high. So what that translates to, it doesn't, is the swing machine down too, or just you? Am I just down? Oh, um, um, yeah. Let's just take a look. When you say, is a swing machine down? We look at, swing machine has been short on a 5-minute interval on the trend since 1010. 5 minute. That's up 1100. Well off of its lows though, right? It's coming back up. The 5-minute, 1020, 1700, short, but coming back up against it. And 1010, these trades here. So there's plenty of trades. When you say that, swing machine, the swing machine is always either long or short. He doesn't get them all right. Doesn't. But he will kick out the losers, right? He'll kick them out. With no emotion. So when we zero in on swing machine here, what we have, the 1 minute is long. So it is trying to get long here into the close. The 5-minute is short. So it's, what type of trade is the 1 minute to the 5? It's a counter. It's a counter. We still have 20 minutes, so we have plenty of time to still squeeze in there. And I think that we will, but we're, the day is winding down. So we were doing some earlier things. Weren't maybe as focused as we needed to be. I can have all kinds of excuses. I have excuses on the golf course too. I had a pebble in my shoe, and the wind was blowing. Somebody made a noise, and but we're comfortable. And if you saw our trading yesterday, yeah, there was missed. And I felt that we missed a big fat trade, but we were able to come back and every day presents a new opportunity. It's a new round of golf, and it's fun because this thing could, we could get a hell of a run here. It looks good to my eye, right? For the reasons that we just mapped out there, it looks really, really good. Could we get to 12,380, 12,420? Yeah, we could. We absolutely could. We got to clear these guys though. We got to get above here. These guys will start to cover. We get above here, they'll start to cover programs. These guys will cover. That'd be a beautiful thing. We get up into right up into here. 12,400. Is that possible? It is. Please don't trade that. Okay. You're on delay. And if you're over leveraged, you're going to be scared, and but we're just showing you what we do, right? We've done this quite a bit. Could I close it? I could, call it a day, make $300-400. That's all right. Every, adds up. Let's see if we can clear that though. Let's see if we get a little runner. We need this positive momentum. This is one of our momentum indicators. We do have what we call a Q school. We actually spend, if you have the time, what's 3 weeks, 3 weeks plus, and we will be with you every day, if you have the time. And we're going to, take you through soup to nuts. Not many people are going to do that. And we're going to make sure, we want to make sure that, we answer your questions, and it's really important that you be comfortable as possible, right? And then we don't use volume. We just don't. Doesn't mean a thing to us. I know people use it. Seems to make sense, right? But we can't make any sense of it. There's always somebody, for every buyer, there's a seller. For every seller, there's a buyer. So if you have prices advancing, you have more buyers than sellers. So, the volume itself, the only time the volume might come into play is when you have a day like you had yesterday, where we were down on Friday, down on Monday, relatively light volume. And then yesterday we came down, and we came down on really heavy volume. And that may have been not initiating a move, not saying, hey, everyone's joining the party, and meaning the nervous money, the amateurs got flushed out. And once they're out of the way, then usually the market will go the other way. Brutal game, right? Brutal. And so let's see when we get up here. I think we're going to clear it, break through. We do. We will try to close into it, and we'll have ourselves a nice profitable day. I did a few scalps, probably didn't, obviously didn't do as well as I could have done. I think the program could have been set up a little bit better to do a little better. We'll run it again. We'll probably run the same program for the rest of the week. We can run Swing Machine. We can run the exact same program. I mean, we could have had 41 minutes ago. Could have, machine. Now see what's happening. See, this is the 41-minute trade, right? It went along at 12, and now look, the 5-minute wants to go. Unfortunately, see, we're at 345 though. So they can do a lot of damage here. So we're probably going to have a really nice squeeze here into the close. And I'm going to go ahead and set a profit target up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that profit target at, well, I'll tell you in a minute. I'd like to get it to 2,400, and maybe even 2,700, and see if we can pick up $2,000 here right into the close. So bear with me. Yeah, we're doing much better here. I really do think that we got a good shot. Now, I could hold this into tonight, but I'm tired. I was up late last night, and I'm just tired. So I'd rather not hold anything tonight. I did that last night, and it was fine. But we don't want to overtrade. You don't want to overdo it. And so let me set up my stop here. It's going to be a profit target. And what I'm going to do is, it's going to be a big fat one. I don't know. That might be a little rich here. How much time we got? We got 15 minutes. Boy, that would be a hell of a thing. I'm going to really set this up. I'm setting a sell stop at 12,000. Yeah, that's not likely, but really reaching for it. 12,436. That's really high. And I'm also going to set a stop where I'm guaranteed to make $800 so that at minimum I will be profitable for the day. So I feel pretty good with it myself, right? Now, it will not bother me because I have plenty of time. I've done this before. Um, if I get stopped out and I only make $15 for the day, fine. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'd rather, finish with a profit than finish with a loss. And but at least it's wrapped up. So this trade has targets on it. You can see that in that little position window up there. There are little asterisks up there. The strategy has been not turned off, but it's not running fully automated. So if we hit our upper target, we'll net for the day 2 grand here on this last trade of the day. That's a stretch. Worst case, we make 800 on this trade and we make like $12 for the day. So, someone else, Susan's probably going to just go in and just take her money. That's why Susan and I do not trade. We experimented with that. We don't trade side by side. She has her office. She has her accounts. She has her setup. She has her programs. She does her thing. Our members do the same thing. It's like, it would be like trying to play golf. You holding a club one end, I'm holding the other. And it's just not a good deal. You want to be able to swing your own club. Makes sense? We experimented with that, right? Doesn't work. Now, if we had more time, if this was, 10:30 in the morning, boy, we would be off and running, but we just don't have enough time. Yeah. I'm going to bring that upper target back into reality here, and we'll see if we can make a point. I think 2 points is a stretch here at this point. If we had more time, sure, but let's see if we can. Kind of a weak close here. Now the public markets are going to close at 4. The futures will go to 4:15. They'll close for 15 minutes. They'll be open from 4:30 to 5. Then they close from 5 to 6. And they open back up at 6. Public markets will be closed until 9:30 tomorrow. And she just hit my stop. That's okay. We lose $1 for the day. You know, that will bother Susan. That won't bother me. But we just got tagged out. So we're not going to try to force it here at the very end. I want to thank you for stopping by on YouTube, and just again to give you a view, but didn't quite get the run that we would have liked at the end. Market's still finishing, still struggling here. I still think we're going to rally into Friday. I think it probably looks like they might want to do it overnight. We'll say good night and good luck to everybody. Again, you're welcome to visit Stock Market Caddy. You're welcome to give us a call. We'll let you watch right up until the close. Let's get you over to the full market. You can see them all. Pretty mixed. You can tell really mixed calendar. Not much of anything here. We certainly don't like to be initiating a trade here in the last in the last 30 minutes. It's, if anything, we want to be closing out.